tell who's got some natural ability from the freshmen, you know, who's got a chance to play early a little bit. You know, kind of, not all the way, but kind of. You got an opportunity to see who's really been cranking it up this summer, you know, and who maybe hasn't. So you can see those things, and what they've retained from the springtime.
Who are some of those guys that you think have shown that they have the ability and they're comfortable?
You know, it's hard to tell. You know, every one of them had a little bit of flash today. I saw something good from every one of those guys today, so it's all positive right now.
You made a comment early on in practice. Basically, things look the same, and we're 3 months later than where we should be. Was that just a slow start to practice, or what?
Yeah, it's just a little motivation, a little challenge. That's all. Won't read into it too much.
What was the biggest step you've seen since spring?
You know what? Just the little things we talk about, you know, from stance to starts to our style of play. You can see it starting to show up little by little. So those are the biggest things, you know, as a team, just them kind of knowing what to expect now, you know. So if they get yelled at or they get patted on the butt, they kind of know why now.
Did you sense there was some timing, because they've talked to the quarterbacks and receivers have talked a lot about how they work, but with the young guys, did you sense there was some timing there?
Yeah, I think you could tell the young guys that came in this summer and worked, and you know, maybe Ryan Jenkins might be a little bit further behind because he came in halfway through the summer, so you can kind of tell he's not just quite there yet with the timing and the speed, but it's all good. Those guys came out and gave me great effort today.
Physically, what's your take on Marquez North?
Physically, I mean, he's what you're looking for. He's a big receiver who can run. You know what? The great thing about Marquez is he doesn't say a word. He just says yes sir, no sir, and goes as hard as he can. I like that. So he definitely has a chance to be really good.
How does the fast pace affect the way you substitute at wide receiver?
Well, you know, we're looking for a lot of guys. Everyone always asks, why do you have so many receivers? Well, you can see why. We run a lot. So you need more than four receivers out there. So it affects how I rotate, but at the same time, I got to have a bunch of guys that know what they're doing to rotate too.
How many would you like to have ideally that you could use in a game?
Oh man, I mean, I'd like to have, in a game, I'd like to use 8 to 9.
You see a noticeable difference in a guy like Paul Harris, who was here in the spring, and he kind of stepped back into the fold and not really miss a beat as much as...
Yeah, you can tell he's improved over the summer. He's worked hard at his craft. So you can tell he did some good things today and did some not so good things. So he's still a true freshman. We forget that. But yeah, you can tell he's had 15 practices in front of those other guys.
With the new guys, are you looking to slot him as an inside or an outside guy, or how did you already know what they were going to be?
Still a work in progress, but kind of have an idea, but still a little work in progress. We're going to find the 4 best guys to jog out there on the 31st, no matter what, if the slots are outside guys.
Yeah, Josh Smith, what are your early impressions of him?
You know, I thought Josh caught the ball well today. He's got a lot to work on, obviously, fundamentally and those kinds of things, but he caught the ball well and competed.
So back in the spring, you know, you're frustrated from time to time, but, you know, you see a lot of progress in the summer, but, you know, were you a lot happier today?
Yeah, you know, I definitely saw some progress. You know, the great thing about our guys is they're willing. You know, they want to. There's no resistance. They want to get better. They want to work. We're still teaching them how. I mean, that's what it is. And now with a bunch of new freshmen, we're teaching them from ground zero. Yep. Good.